Roots of history run deep through Stafford, Virginia. We've raised leaders, featured artists, and honored those heroes among us. We've learned from the battles fought, and we look to the future with hope. We take this time to focus on what makes us exceptional, while constantly remembering where we came from. We're always open to fresh ideas and innovation, and savor all of the flavor at our fingertips. We find inspiration in our craftsmanship, and there's always a hidden gem around every corner. Find yours. Rediscover Stafford.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to KFL Tonight.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the pad, man. The Greg Nosar KFL Studios.
I made it to the big house, people. I made it to the big house.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna talk a little bit, man.
We got lots to talk about, man.
A lot to talk about, man.
It's playoff time, man. It's almost here.
Playoffs.
You talking playoffs?
Hey, real quick, everybody who's with us, man, hit that share button, man. Get this thing out there. You know how I do it. So hit that share button, get it out there, man, and let's talk about it, man, because the playoff push is real and it's here.
Yeah, man. I tell you, this matters, man. Tomorrow matters for y'all.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And I will tell you right now, the bite is absolutely tough.
Awesome right now.
It's been 102 degrees, and it's been tough, man. I mean, but we're going to try. Hopefully, we have a storm come through tonight.
Yep.
We got some cooler water coming, and it's anybody's match today, man. Anybody's match.
It is definitely. And then we decided to give you guys a little bit of an edge and not actually pre-fish. But
it's probably the smartest thing to do.
But no excuses though, because we're gonna go out there. We're gonna catch.
Yeah, man. Obviously we're not doing too well, but we want to be, breaking hearts tomorrow, man. What I mean? Because what we do, it matters, and we got all four guys, our best Potomac River guys, try to figure this thing out, man.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
And these, man, you guys are sticks out here on this Potomac River, and tidal fisheries, man, they turn on and off. And
yeah,
you guys been fishing for years, so you know where to be and when to be there.
For sure, man.
Which is why I'm going to be telling you, following you everywhere you go.
GPS me, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, look, we're talking playoffs, man. Let's get another guy on the line with us, man. And he's trying to be an absolute giant killer himself, Mr. Jeremy Baker. What's going on, sir?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, bud?
What up, JB?
Man, sit on the side of the road on the way to the lake to go sleep.
I got you, man. So, look, you're with Louisiana. You're down here at Athens, right? You're facing the Lone Star Bandits, man.
Yeah, those bandits that are full of sticks. Yeah, we got to take them out today or tomorrow.
Hey, you got one of your biggest fans sitting over here right now. All right?
What's up, brother?
Take them down. Take them down. I'm talking about victory.
We've got a pretty good game plan going into tomorrow, man. I think it'll be a lot closer than people are giving us credit for. I think that 11.5-point underdog might have lit a fire a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I should have done 17. Really like the fire, man. But I mean, it's gonna be interesting, man. We're definitely gonna be looking at that matchup. For us, we're not in the playoffs, man. So I get the scoreboard watch. This guy right here is gonna be a nervous wreck, man, because it matters, man. I mean, it's like 1,200 miles possibly could matter if Norfolk decides to get in the playoffs, and then you guys are trying to keep the dream alive too, man. So it's gonna be interesting, man.
He don't have to be nervous, man. He got the skills to pay the bills. He can get out there and do his thing. He'll be good.
Hey, man, I have become the Hurricanes' biggest fan. Who's Alabama? The Knights, the Indianapolis Knights' biggest fan.
Yeah,
because if we're talking playoffs, so if we do what we have to do and we get to the playoffs, and everybody else does what they have to do, we have to go to Texas and somehow figure out how to beat Texas on their own waters, and then go to Alabama and figure out how to beat Alabama on their home orders. And then if all the stars align, that happens. Go to Chickamauga and beat whatever team makes it out of the North.
Yeah, I mean, here's another team, Jeremy. That's kind of in your division there, man. Southeast Texas Rough Riders. I mean, they have a chance to make it in, and they need a little help from Norfolk, not winning the next 2 games. And if Southeast Texas winds up pulling out the victory in Arkansas, they have a chance. They have a chance to make it to the playoffs and sneak in, man, and do some damage. Because that team is
because I think we do Southeast Texas the following week on Toledo Bend. I think is the next one for them after this week.
Yeah, man. You know how Toledo Bend is. I mean, that's gonna be so much fun, man.
You see, you got a peanut gallery. The peanut gallery's chimed into the comments. Old Coley McGowan goes, Warhawks by a half an inch. I see what you're doing there, Coley.
You mean that's Mr. MVP to you, my friend.
Mr. MVP.
Mr. MVP. Coley McGowan. But yeah, man. So Jeremy, talk about what's going on down there, man. Is it hot as sun right now? I mean, it's crazy hot here.
Well, so it's 7:00 in the evening, and my deal in my Jeep is saying 100 degrees right now. Tomorrow. Yeah, and tomorrow is supposed to be a little cooler, and I think we'll have a little bit of overcast in the morning, and then it may rain afternoon. Last time I checked, I didn't look at it today, but I looked at it yesterday. So it may be a pretty good day to fish tomorrow before that storm moves in.
So y'all gonna have what, overcast conditions? Are gonna be
yeah, it should be pretty overcast in the morning.
Jerry, talk about Athens, man. I heard it's a pretty relatively small lake, man, for eight kayakers like that on there, man. Is it going to be
so there's R8, and then there's a bass boat tournament going on, and then there's a local trail who has their championship, I think, in a week or 2 out there also.
Oh my!
And on top of that, half of that lake is like wakeboard boats and skiers and jet skiers, and it gets pretty choppy on one side of that lake. So. It's a fun lake to fish if you can get in them. And it's a dangerous lake if you're not paying attention. So
sure.
The guys, all these guys that are out here with the KFL all have experience, and they're all going to be, watching out for these other people who are just partying too hard or whatever you want to call it.
Right on.
So it is one of those, it is a high traffic lake.
Yeah, half of it is super high traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of boat houses.
Is it grassed up, or is it pretty much dock fishing?
It's got some good grass in it. It's got docks and grass. There's not a whole lot of timber in it that like naturally occurs or whatever. It's a lot of you see a lot of brush piles, stuff like that. Lots of humps of grass on it, like a few islands. The dam obviously usually holds schooling fish, stuff like that.
Yeah. So Caleb said there's one ramp on that lake?
Yes, there's only one ramp.
So it's a shotgun start, huh?
Wow. One ramp?
Pretty much. I'm gonna be pedaling like the Wicked Witch of the West to try to keep up with everybody in their motors, man. I don't have a motor on my car.
Hey, sometimes those Hobies, man, or whatever you're trying to use, man, sometimes they do go faster than these motors, man.
What are you in?
Hobie PA12.
Oh, dude, you'll be able to leave the motors, bro. If they got XI3, you'll be able to leave them.
I got a secret too. I had COVID and pneumonia 2 weeks ago, and I dropped almost 30 pounds in a week.
Oh my god!
So now I'll be even faster. I'll be even faster now. So hopefully I can off leave them.
I heard that COVID diet sucks, man.
Dude, it is so bad.
But it sounds like a good way to drop some quick weight.
Bro, I don't even remember the first 2 days I was on quarantine.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you made it out, man. I'm glad you're doing better.
Oh, yeah. I'm 100% now. Just a little skinnier than before.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Well, dude, don't leave your lungs out there on the water, man. You be safe out there, buddy. And
I just stocked up on water and everything else, so we're good.
Well, dude, thanks for coming out on tonight, man, and talking about that.
Appreciate it.
It's a big matchup between you guys, man. A lot of teams rooting for Mr. Jeremy Baker, for sure.
Like it's not just a huge matchup for you guys and getting that revenge, but like you got playoff implications for other teams who are just like, man, we need you guys to just drop the hammer on them.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all be on upset alert. Let's just do that.
Upset alert. I like it.
I was talking to Brad Case over this, like 2 days ago.
Mhm.
Brad's pretty confident, man. Brad's got a little confidence in his step, man.
Yeah. Well, y'all might be a little surprised by what you see. I mean,
No, we won't.
It'll be a tight one.
You got Dwayne Taft fishing with y'all this week, right?
Yep. Dwayne and John Mooney will be with us.
Oh man.
Oh, Big Moon.
Oh man.
I mean, your team's full of hammers, man. So like, the record doesn't dictate how great of anglers you guys are. So I wouldn't be surprised, not at all.
But I mean, look, no offense.
These guys are good, man. I was glad they invited me to fish with them.
Clifton Allen is making his KFL debut, and that's his home lake. You got Brian Howe that knows that lake the back of his hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be tough, man.
So Jeff Isham is a guy who goes out and just finds big fish no matter where he fishes.
Who's that? You talking about Cliff or you talking about Brian?
Jeff Isham.
Oh, Jeff Isham.
Oh, yeah,
gotcha.
That's going to be So Jeff Isham, and I think
Derek Miller.
Derek Miller.
Yeah, I mean the dude throws up over 100 every day he looks at the water. So
we call Derek Miller the Benetti killer.
Yeah.
He destroyed his soul, man.
I mean, it's going to be a great slugfest, man. And I'm hoping to see a lot of fish come across the board with those Hurricanes edging out for the win.
Yeah. Sam Jones says he's down 15 himself, man.
From COVID.
I don't think he tested negative, but still he is real sick. Y'all need to take care of yourselves out there, man. Well, Jeremy, we're gonna let you go, buddy. We're gonna talk some playoff implications here, man, and see what's going on. But thanks for jumping on, bud.
Well, it looks like he's losing some service.
Yeah, he's losing service.
Peace out, Jay.
All right, we'll get rid of him.
Yeah, so man, the nerves are kind of riding high.
Yeah.
Online, man.
Well, look at this, man. Let's go ahead and pull up the scenarios here.
Mm-hmm.
We got Motor City Ambassadors, man. They're going to West Virginia. Talk to them tonight, and they're on the New River. It's a new adventure for some of these guys. Look, it's a crapshoot. Anytime you get on the river, anything can happen,
especially this time of year.
And it's the New River, which is very unpredictable. If you're not experienced, in river fishing, West Virginia, this is their thing. So I wouldn't say it's an upset because West Virginia is in the playoff hunt.
Yep.
And, they could get the head-to-head matchup against Motor City as a tie, right? Because, I mean, when West Virginia went to Motor City, they lost there. So it would be a tie to head-to-head. And if you look, they're pretty daggone close on the win spread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Win-loss spread.
Yeah, so West Virginia wins out, right? They're up to 4-2 record.
Yeah.
If they went out, that means they beat Motor City once.
Yeah.
At least. And then I'm not sure who their last matchup is against.
It's us.
Oh, is it you guys?
Yeah, it's us. Oh, yeah, on the Shenandoah. So, I mean, again, anything can happen. If they win out, they could overtake, even Motor City could drop out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Can you imagine that? Going undefeated. And if they lose the next two games, dude, they could be out of the playoffs.
It's crazy, man. To go from riding so high on that horse and then it's possible.
It is. I mean, that's how close these matchups are, man. It's crazy. And then, of course, Rhode Island. Can we say anything about this team?
This
team is ridiculous.
Super ridiculous. I called. I'm just gonna put it out there. I called it in the preseason when we did the interview with them. I was like, the energy from these guys, the chip on their shoulder, because they want you guys gonna know who we are.
Yeah.
And then to come out and lose that heartbreaker.
Right.
Win/lose that heartbreaker.
Yeah.
And then just to do what they've done since then and just put their head down, fished hard, and went out there and won 4 straight.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they lead the North in point spread. They do. Yeah. So they have that as a tiebreaker. Now, they do face Massachusetts Maulers next week in the final matchup for both teams. And the Maulers, I mean, look, they're hanging on. They've got that win-loss, head-to-head matchup against Rhode Island. If the Maulers beat Rhode Island, they'll overtake that position. So the Rhode Island will possibly have to go to Massachusetts. Yep. They flip-flop that. But again, West Virginia has a lot to say about that whole situation, man. So West Virginia is going to be the wild card there. But those three teams, I mean, one loss of any of those 3 teams, dude, it's major implications.
So tight. It's such a tight race right there.
Well, I mean, look, we're not in the playoffs. Well, how does it feel, man, to be in this kind of hunt? And I mean, like, you got to be nervous, man.
You know, I'll be honest, 100% honest with you, man, how it feels. It's awesome to be in the hunt still, but it's trying to maintain the focus of the team right now. Like, yeah, man, we're in the hunt right now, but we still got two games to fish. We still got to go out there and you know, compete and put it together and win. And not only that, we want to do it. We want to do it well so that our you know how it is, a fisherman, that confidence that momentum comes up, and you want to be rolling. And then the possibility of having to go to Texas, right. So you want to have that confidence rolling high, but you know, the nerves are actually coming in, man, a little bit. I won't even lie. And then, you know, it's even more nerve-wracking because you're like this whole KFL thing, the whole format. I'm like, I got to perform for my teammates. Right. And we're in a playoff hunt, and it's like, we're up here on the Potomac, our in-state rival, and it's like our in-state rival who beat us in the preseason, right? Yeah. We come back, we beat them at our home field advantage, right? And now they have a chance to beat us, you know, if they beat us tomorrow, it's like, they took us down preseason. Yeah, we came back. We got revenge in the regular season, but it ain't over. It ain't over.
No, it's not. And, you know, again, like, you know, a lot of people were rooting for us to go to Motor City. We did not do the job. You know, I mean, we tried to. And, you know, but we want to be giant killers, man. We want to have that, you know, that potential upset, you know, and get that first win under our belt, man. But, I mean, look, I mean, I would be nervous if I was these guys shooting. I mean, because again, some of it's in your control, and some of it, like we were talking about Jeremy Baker. Yeah, a lot of your stuff is in his hands. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. I mean,
and it's like when you're watching sports center shows, or you're watching the sports shows, and they're talking about, you know, your destiny's in your own hands, and then you're talking about the teams that are on the bubble and all these different things that, you know, it's just like, I get it. Our destiny's in our hands. We went out, we will make the playoffs, right? But we don't want to just make the playoffs. We want to go into the playoffs with those teams having to come see us instead of us having to go see them.
And that's the thing. Let's go ahead and look at the South Division, because that scenario could happen. Let's say you went out, right? Alabama's got to go to Florida next week. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alabama, that's going to Florida is not an easy task.
No, it's not.
Okay. And now they have about a 297 point spread. Now you guys are right there. You're at 250 or 256, right? 258, right? I mean, if Alabama gets waxed by Florida, which could very well happen at Fellsmere, you know, Fellsmere is like a Loch Ness pit. You know, it could destroy dreams in a heartbeat. And if Alabama loses, then they have to now go from Florida to Indianapolis, which we had to create that extra week matchup. Mm-hmm. And look, they could lose out. You know what I mean? If they lose out, I mean, and their spread decreases, you guys win out, you know, you are either going to be, it depends on what happens with Lone Star, but you could literally take the South if Lone Star loses.
Listen, people, what are the chances? What are the chances of that coming into this season, all those hammer teams, right? What if Norfolk Privateers take the South?
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Now, Arkansas is at the Southeast Texas is at Arkansas this week, right? Yep. They're fishing Lake Conway. Yep. And last time we saw that, Arkansas had they have a good team right now. Yep. Corey Hooper's on that team. You know, Kyle Burns is catching fire. You've got Jordan Coffey is doing well. He's a great fisherman. And, of course, Garrett Morgan, man. These guys are really fishing their butts off.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I think they're the favorite this week to beat Southeast Texas. If Southeast Texas loses, you don't have to worry about them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You guys don't have to worry about that. If that's one thing off your shoulder. You have to take it. So, again, I mean, look, like we said, Alabama could lose out. Who knows, man? Going to Florida is no easy task by any means.
Going to Indianapolis is not going to be.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. And, you know, it could. I mean, this thing is up for grabs.
Yep. I mean, it's crazy, right? It is crazy to think with 2 games left in the season, there's really, at this point, there's no clear-cut number one right now.
No.
They've won it. There's nobody who's clinched the number 1 seed. And it's just, the stress is real, man.
It is real. And look what we saw last week with Rhode Island and Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Like, they tied. The second biggest fish wind up winning. That could literally vault Rhode Island into home field advantage throughout the playoffs. That's what matters.
Yeah.
I mean, that second fish could make their season or not. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah.
That's how close this is, man.
And then,
that's excitement of this league.
I don't even think we've discussed the fact that it's possible for the Maulers to not even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? That's possible.
Yeah.
That's why it's so crazy that all the different scenarios that are possible right now.
Well, see, the Maulers' problem is their win-loss spread is not that impressive.
Great. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, so West Virginia could take that third spot.
Mm-hmm.
Or if Detroit falls this week.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That means Rhode Island takes first, right? Because of the point spread.
Rhode Island would take first.
And Detroit could fall the third. I mean, it all depends.
Yeah, and it's gonna have. I mean, I'm man enough to admit it that the nerves are actually starting to set in a little bit.
You think about all that, man.
Yeah,
I
definitely think
you look at this, man. The time, the cost, the effort,
mm-hmm.
The preparation.
Yep.
You being an owner, putting all the teams together. I mean, this season is coming to a close very quickly. You know what I mean?
Very quickly.
And it's long. It's been long, but it's flown by at the same time.
It has.
You know what I mean?
Because it's crazy to think, hey, the playoffs are like 2.5, 3 weeks away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember getting ready for, game 1 down at Falls Lake, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots happened since then. It's been exciting. It's been an exciting league, man. It's been so cool to follow.
Yep.
We already have some teams already signed up for next year, man.
Yep.
New teams signed up for next year. We're going to be making those announcements too.
And I get messages all the time by other people asking how we start up a team. So
Yep.
This thing is growing, people. If you don't think
it's been exciting, man. It's been exciting. And again, I just love, this playoff push. You think this week's bad. We're doing kind of what ifs, right?
Yeah. Well,
but
you're going to start to see stuff take shape next week after this weekend's over.
Yeah.
Let some of these teams have that loss, and then the nonsense that we're sitting up here talking right now, you're going to be like, it's going to be like that moment on Waterboy when she gave the prediction for the Mud Dogs to come back.
Yeah, the guy's like,
and then the second half they scored, and the announcer looks over.
Right.
It's going to be just like that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. As I said, this is going to be exciting. Okay, guys, let's get down to the captain's meeting portion of it. First of all, thank you guys for, again, having a great, week last week. Jim Johnson is going to be broadcasting.
Yep, Jim Johnson will be broadcasting tomorrow, man. So y'all show him some support.
Yep, show him some love. Get on there. Make sure your camera ready. I think the identifier came out. I think it's L2F. Is that right? Let's see here. L2F. Yeah, L2F is the identifier.
Are these randomly generated, or do you set these?
It's a little bit of both. Sometimes it's randomly generated, and you cut off. Usually, it's 4 digits, and you just you hit the button, and then you just delete one of them.
Sometimes I'm like, what is he trying to get after?
Nothing. Nothing. I try not to do it. It's kind of just hit a random button and
got you.
You know what I mean? So I don't have an unfair advantage knowing what the code is or whatever like that. You know what I mean? So, but that's what it is. So it's pretty cool. So.
So is it L2F?
L2F.
L2F is the identifier.
Yep. And I'll have to say, man, this league has been stout with their judging, man. It's been like so easy to judge y'all's fish. We don't have issues, man. You guys are true pros at this. We do appreciate it, man. And we have one or two guys that maybe have an issue or something like that, but it's very, very rare. But you guys are pros.
And whenever there is an issue, it's usually handled pretty quickly and it's communicated with the anglers. So like you said, man, thank you guys for knowing how to do this and doing your job correctly.
Yeah.
Making it easy for the judges.
Yeah, it's great, man. So again, have a good time tomorrow, man. Please, for the love of God, stay hydrated. It's been hot. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man. But 6-1. I think we do have an evening game tomorrow.
I think we
West,
do have
West Virginia.
Yeah.
West Virginia and Detroit, and that's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch.
I'm definitely going to be watching that one because I don't think I'm going to get on the road tomorrow. I'm going to hang around for a little bit.
There you go.
Especially after, we take that W.
I don't know what W you're talking about. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Also, when you post your pictures, please tag Tor Stafford, hashtags Tor Stafford. They reached out today, and they just want to see how things were going. They're super supportive of this. So if you could do us a favor, please reach out and tag your photos on social media, Tor Stafford. you know, and all that stuff. Give them some love, man. They've backed us and they've done a great job, and I love their partnership. So
yeah,
it's gonna be great, man. So guys, have a great night. We're out of here. Robert, good luck tomorrow, my friend.
Hey, same to you, man.
Yeah,
Same to
man.
you.
Yes, sir. We'll
Yeah,
see what happens,
we'll get
man.
out there.
Guys, have a great night. We're out of here. Peace.